Hello YouTube, this is John McConnin. Today we're going to be talking about how you can use Facebook to sell your home without a realtor and reach substantially the same audience. I would actually add Zillow and Facebook, but today we're going to focus on the Facebook part of it. We're going to do it quickly. This is not meant to be a super in-depth tutorial because your screens may look different. I just want to show you why it can be so effective. And then if you join, which is free, my website at winnerscheck.com/topnet. You talk to me in consult, or I put this in the membership. We can go into more detail during Q&As. But the point is, right now, let me just give you a little background. Realtors, intellectual property really is and has been the fact that they know the homes for sale. They know the homes that were being sold. They know information about the homes, and they allowed Zillow and Realtor.com and Trulia and Redfin, all these big websites on the net, to take away the need for a buyer's agent. And what's even worse about it is the realtors, I don't even think they realize, most of them, that it's their intellectual property. They've done the work. They've made the remarks. They've taken the pictures. They organized it. They've set up the showing schedules. They've talked to the owners about the benefits and the things they need to disclose. They've put it all together. They've done a lot of work. They've put it on the net. And then, because I believe it's because they got screwed by the National Association of Realtors, and the NAR and its leaders gave Realtor.com a right to have all this information. And then they switched teams, the executives. That's what I heard when I became a realtor in the early 2000s. All these other websites are now entitled to get, otherwise they would have been sued. So realtors have just been played. Maybe they didn't play themselves, maybe some of them are aware of it, but they've been played. But why not? Now you can just take advantage of it. And I would say, in the vast majority of circumstances, the 2 or 3% you can save contributing to your higher net is probably well worth the risk of not paying the 2 or 3% and having a buyer's realtor. There are some buyers out there, although almost all of them, I think we saw stats like 90 to 98% of the people start their search on the net now. They find about the homes for sale. They find out about the pricing. They find out about the neighborhoods. Then they prompt their realtor. I know in my experience, I sold a lot of homes, over 170 as a broker. Many, many times, I can tell that it was my recent marketing that caused the showings. Frequently, when I put things up on Facebook, initially you've got that big charge. People come out, you try to have a big weekend. Sometimes your clients wanted to sell the house. It was overpriced. So a lot of people show up, no one makes an offer. Then after a while, your clients are like, all right, let's drop the price. You drop it on the MLS, nothing really happens. And a few days later, I put it up on Facebook. I say new reduced price, showings this weekend. All of a sudden, a lot of people show up. You can just tell. After a while, you see the cause and effect. So that was just with basic Facebook, just boosting a post. You'd have a nice post, nice pictures, and you just say, this home is open this weekend, or price has just been reduced, contact me. People would frequently go with the buyer they're working with, but they prompted. I even talked to the buyer's agents. People prompt their buyer's agents to show homes when they're interested in them. So with that background and knowing that realtors have given away the keys to the kingdom, and the insult is people are getting their own IP sold back to them, and Zillow's making billions of dollars doing this, and so are some of the other websites. But anyway, you might as well take advantage of it. So I ask, when is it worth paying 2 or 3% to a buyer's agent? And I would say, if you're considering net over top dollar, it's probably pretty rare. You would probably want to know your home is a type of home that needs buyer's agents to bring people to it, or they need education. So it could be a rare home, an unusual home, a serious luxury home. But again, I think the idea that these agents have their buyers locked up is probably exaggerated. There's plenty of ways to reach buyers. And then the other one is, if you fixed up your home a lot and you really need to charge just over fair market value to the average home in your area because yours is so fixed up, you probably want to have a buyer's agent in there if you're trying to get super, like above fair market value, way above, because they need to have confidence in their buyer's agent's opinion of value. And I've seen that because I've sold homes for people. We offer a little bit more than the 2.5%. We usually offer a bump of 3.5% to buyer's agents. Then we market to the agents that have sold homes in that area, and I go to the MLS meetings and the caravan and I explain it all. And that's, so if you're trying to go for super top dollar, there may be a time to offer. I'd never just offer, if I was trying to get top dollar and I knew that there was a chance I could go over there. In other words, there weren't a lot of homes for sale just above mine that limit my price. I wouldn't just offer 2.5 or 2%. I'd offer I'd say, listing agent, let's get this sold. I'm going to pay you a little less. We're going to pay the other side another percent. We're going to get it done. That's for another video in another series. Right now, I'm explaining that in most circumstances, there's almost no reason to pay a buyer's agent. Now, you may want guidance of the listing agent to help you with the transaction, unless you think and you want to do it yourself. But right now, I'm going to save you 2.5, 3% right off the top, because you're going to use Facebook and Zillow and Craigslist, and you're going to do some local marketing. Now, all this might cost you $300-400. So $300-400 can save you 2 to 2.5% on the price of your home. So just to show you why Facebook is so interesting right now, we know that Zillow has the biggest amount of traffic for buyers on the internet. And I'm going to just give you, this has worked for me, just boosting posts. This is a little more detailed, but let's say we're starting a campaign, we're going to lead generation. Now, today is not the entire Facebook ad creation day. This is to show you how you can target an audience that could be, like, I don't think, yeah, no. Facebook always wants to pull me back out of the business account that I always use. Unfortunately, I used my personal account once, which you would be using. You can use your personal account, but my business account's the one already set up with the recent credit cards. So I needed to go there. So anyway, I'm going to, okay, so now this, okay, so I went and I wanted to make sure I could do this without exposing too much stuff. So I'm going to start over, and I am going to go to lead generation again. I'm going to continue. Now, I would put a little name in here, like sell. It's a little slower than normal, I think, because I'm broadcasting. Now I would use, you're going to make your own page, right? But I normally use I use one of these business pages. So I use this one frequently. If I have a house in Poway or something, I would use a Poway page. So now I'm not going to use a custom audience. This would be a custom audience for people who have already visited my site. But I don't think you're going to have, I mean, I suppose you could do two sets, one for your custom audience, your friends, in one. So I wouldn't go United States. I would go, let's say, San Diego. And DMA is, well, it's a market, it's an area, it's a marketing area. I think radio and broadcast use DMA audience. I don't know enough about it to target that, and this has worked well for me in the past. So or you could put your town plus 10 or 15 miles. It really depends on how many people are in it and where you think your audience is for your home. Most buyers, you know, if you're a first-time home buyer type home, you might go down to 25. If you're typically trying to really get the juiciest part of the audience, you might go to 35. If you're the type of home, like my in-laws are just moved to Rancho Bernardo, they were downsizing. So for them, I might go 55 and up, right? I mean, you can really target your audience nicely like this. And then here's really, it's not really the trick. It's just what's so good about this right now is that both Zillow and YouTube, if you really want to cover your bases and do more than almost every realtor does, and I'm probably sure you'll entirely smush the MLS, you'd also do the exact same thing on YouTube. I've used YouTube because YouTube gives me nice video views at prices that I like, so I use video on YouTube. You probably want to use video. You could just walk through your home, explain a little bit. You can use video on Facebook or YouTube. I'm just showing you how you can target audiences. So you go Zillow, you go Realtor.com, Now, there's a chance these people are going there to get their prices for selling their home. Oh, no, I'm going to exclude real estate brokers. I would think many of you want to do that. Zillow, Facebook. No, I'm sorry. Zillow. Let's go Trulia. Redfin. Let's see if they have Redfin. Yeah. Realtor.com. Now this one's maybe tricky. You might pull in some realtors with this, but you know, no, I see it keeps going real estate broker. I don't want real estate brokers. Yeah. Well, I'm assuming that. So, look, I spelled Trulia wrong. Sorry about that. We'll go Trulia. Boom. And you can pick in, let's say you've got a favorite website. You could put your website in there. Now, here's the next thing. On the excluding, exclude people or narrow audience. You can narrow it, as I said, you know, if you're looking at a first-time home buyer, you might be willing to exclude, to really find an interest, an audience that's really tied. You might be looking for, here, I'll show you what I mean. Now let's go narrow audience. Let's see if I can do this faster. You has children 18 to 26 years old. That might be people, that would be the downsizing market. Parents with early school children, 6 to 8 years. So these people might be your target. If they've been looking at Trulia, Redfin, and Zillow, if Facebook put them in their audience and they've got children, I would love to target that audience with my homes for sale. And I would think that you would too. Now, I would exclude real estate agents, real estate brokers. I just keep typing that in until I got all those people out of there. I've done it in the past. Now, the other thought is, if you're doing this pre-MLS or auction strategy that I talk about in another module, and you're really not putting on the MLS that weekend, which I highly recommend, if you set up your forms, like if you're doing this auction type weekend and you're following with me, you're putting a price in there that's less, you're marketing less than Realtor, starting bid less than Realtor.com, less than Zestimate, less than Redfin. And so that's going to be in your creative here with pictures or a video of your home. And then you could even say, we are cooperating with realtors. Call for more info, and the realtor is going to call up, and the agents are going to call up, the buyers are going to talk to the realtor and say, I want to see this place this weekend. And on the form, you can simply say, are you interested in making an offer? Are you working with a realtor? Would you like us to provide you a realtor? If you're working with a realtor, we provide 3%. If you want us to provide 3% to your realtor, check this box. If you don't check this box now, we will not pay your realtor later if you're the winning bid. So if you're following what I'm saying there, most buyers are going to recognize if they want to have their realtor on their team, they're probably going to have to bid higher if they want to win. So they might say, no, I'm not willing to, and not check that box. Or they might say they're willing to because they really like their realtor, and they're going to have to make a higher offer. So there's a chance you won't lose any money that way, and you might get more buyers in there. Now, there's a second consideration. You could put it up on the MLS, and you could offer a lot less than that if you ever decide to go on the MLS. And when we talk about that in the course, or if you go to you could go to winnerscheck.com /topnet and set up a strategy session with me if you'd like me to help you do this. And we will make sure that you save the buyer's commission, and I'll even help you save some on the listing commission. If you're, well, anywhere really, because I can always refer it out to another area and we could share some of the real estate referral. So if you're interested in working with me, just go to winnerscheck.com /topnet. But, so anyway, you saw we can exclude in there. Now, placements, you might as well pick automatic. Now, depending on how far away your open house weekend is, you can go 20, 10, or down to 7, and also depending on how big your audience is. And let me give you an idea. You're going to send them in the lead generation. I'll even put this link. It's a ClickFunnels template. It's pretty easy to modify. It's pretty cool. I'll put this down below. So you could send And you're going to, okay, so the other thing you're going to learn in the course is that you're going to go to put this on Zillow in a for sale by owner. As you fill in the blanks, you fill out the Zillow stuff, you're going to use that, you're going to bring it over here and put it all in here. You're going to go over the auction rules you're interested in that you will have learned about in the course, or when you do a Q&A with me, that's free. You're going to figure out how you want to do the auction rules. It's going to be all in here. And then you're going to have, if you follow my advice, because you want to eliminate buyers' objections, that's the whole thing. You want to have a lot of buyers seeing the competition. You want to have your home looking nice and staged if you can, and certified pre-owned. You want to do everything that allows you to get top dollar. You want to have the disclosures pre-done. You want to have an inspection report. I would spend the $250 to $500 on an inspection report. Have it inspected and say, look, these are the things I did. These are the things I didn't think were necessary. These are the receipts, or these are whatever. We also, if you might say, and if you might entice them to click here and say, for anybody that calls and tells us that they're going to show up, we will provide a free home warranty. And you can write that in here too. So you can do everything you can to eliminate buyers' objections and get them interested in making an offer. You would also put a sample offer in there where all they have to do is fill in the price. And all this could be part of the materials you provide for them here, and also that day when they come in, you'll have them all at the door, stacked, nice piles, so they can see you've done everything you can to eliminate their internal objections and risks. And then there's another thing in Module 7 where it's just a pitch for why you want to work with me. But you're going to see so much, you might say no. I certainly think you're going to say, hey, why pay for a realtor unless you do that little stealthy thing that I talked about before. So anyway, that's the ad creation. I hope you saw the benefit of picking this audience. There are other Zillow-like places. I put in Realtor.com on my own, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong at the moment. Realtor, I see what happened. I just didn't click on it. There you go. And you're going to consider the targeting depending on your home. You can save this audience so you can reuse it if you're doing this campaign over a week or two. Placements, budget. Then when you hit continue, I don't know if they're going to let me continue without having filled in all that stuff. But this is where the creative comes in. Now, I would prefer, because I found it cheaper, if you upload a video that you made with your phone or a good camera, if you have a nice camera. And in the video, I would spend a few seconds panning around the front of the house. I would, if you're really good at editing, like on Camtasia, you could then walk around the back, take pictures of the back, take pictures of the side, and then maybe as you're walking into the house, talk a little bit about it, about your house, what your favorite features are. If it's a good reason why you're selling, don't convey urgency or dire circumstances, unless you really want to get it done fast and you don't mind getting lower offers. So you upload the video. And then, Facebook's always changing the interface. So even if I put this here, you might have to change it. Now, I would... Well, we switched to video, so you're not going to see this anymore, right? At the moment, I'm not worried about the 6 ads. Now, I would say... Carlsbad, home, auction, big open. If it's this weekend, this Saturday and Sunday, starting bid, below, Zestimate. I'd go make sure I knew how to spell that. I think they have like Zestimate. And if it's below Realtor.com and Trulia, put it in. Say, and then you want to, in all your marketing, you want to tell a little story about your home. So if you're, whatever benefits, what attracted you to do it, just fantastic Carlsbad lifestyle, walks, 2-minute walk, 5-minute walk to the beach, 5-minute walk to great shopping, great school, great elementary school, wherever you are. Great. And by the way, the numbskulls in the federal government might say that you're not allowed to say great family home. I don't know if people will complain on Facebook, but you're only doing this for a few days, and you can always take it down if it's a problem. I'd say, I would say a great family neighborhood. I mean, like my dad, when he's passed away, but when he was retiring, he didn't want to live in a neighborhood with a lot of kids, and he actually told me he didn't want to see people going off to work in the morning. Because early part of his retirement, he lamented not working anymore. So, I mean, you don't want to put people in an area that they don't want to be in. Now, I'm not saying, this is in no way saying, I'm talking, we're talking about redlinings from the post-World War II generation or block busting or any of that crap. I'm not discriminating against people that don't want to be informed. I'm saying let's inform the people that it's great for schools, great family neighborhood, or nice retirement place or very diverse place. Whatever you want to do, I would do it because you're telling a story to sell your home. Now, if people complain, make the changes. But a lot of people need to get over themselves. People want to have information about their neighborhoods. I remember realtors being taught, when people ask you if it's a family neighborhood, just don't answer until you see a garage door open and say, well, look, I see a lot of bikes in there. And I was like, please, do your clients a service. If they ask a question, answer it. So anyway, that's my little caveat. If you don't like controversy, then don't listen to me. Find another way to pitch how great and wonderful your home is, which is fine. And now, you put a link. Okay, so when you start, I'm going to leave this template for ClickFunnels. When you get a ClickFunnels account, ClickFunnels will even let you pick one URL that there's going to be on their dime. The owner of ClickFunnels has made like more than $100 million off of this in just a few years. They are really generous about mistakes and problems and issues. They have great customer service. So they give away all sorts of information. Like they have $7 books that would give realtors. I'm going to leave a link to now and bringing it up. Everything you need to know about traffic, paid traffic anyway. I will supplement that with social media stuff, but I would use this funnel. It can really accomplish what you need. I think that it makes your home look great. It makes it look professional. I mean, I think if people are getting a feel about whether this is going to be a schlock for sale by owner or a legit for sale by owner who's got their stuff together, you might even say, if you buy, I could do a link to it. If you can buy the 5-day sale, you could say this is a modified 5-day sale auction. I have this book somewhere. It's bothering me. But you might even want to say that. And by the way, if you want to find out what we're doing, click the link. Or, I get it, we're going to put all that information at winnerscheck.com. You can say, if you'd like to find out about what model we're using for this auction, go there at winnerscheck.com/auction. It's not there yet. I'm going to have to do some videos on that. That's going to take a while. But we're going to talk about certified used homes. We're going to talk about pre-disclosing. We're going to talk about inspections and repairs, and that people following this model are taking this seriously. And we'll do all that. We're going to make this better for everybody, buyers and sellers. So that's the creation part. I can go into it in more details, but anyway, that's your link. The thing you gave to ClickFunnels, and then when you set it, that your homepage is going to be that page. And it's going to show up. You can have great Carlsbad home for sale. You can have 1, 2, 3, 4 blank in Carlsbad for sale, home for sale. And then you put your headline in. Again, tell that story. Wonderful Carlsbad home being auctioned this weekend by owner with the help of professionals or whatever you choose to do. You can put that in the news feed. You would use Learn More. You would then, I don't know that you're going to be worried about pixels. If I'm doing it, I'm worried about pixels because I'm going to retarget these people. You might not even want to be retargeting because you're not planning to have it for sale for that long. You can see I've made some lead forms. You can do this with lead forms too. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you have to go back and change your confirm your errors, but that's an idea of, really the point was, if you're reaching all those buyers interested in home and you're targeting an audience in your area, I mean, buyers and sellers out there, that's what realtors do anyway. I mean, realtors spend a lot of money on social media trying to bring in your leads with houses. That's where they get their buyers pool. When someone says, I got 4,000 buyers, he's got 4,000 old leads from social media and YouTube that he hasn't converted. What you want to do is get these new leads. The people are shopping right now that are interested. I mean, he may have made, a realtor doing that may have made a fortune with the leads concurrently, but after a while, the leads in your database get pretty stale. You know, maybe a few of them pop up, but you can just go grab them all, new ones right now, because they're going to be looking again. People don't just go to the realtor's website and never leave. They're like, I wonder if Zillow's got something. I wonder if Realtor.com something. I wonder, you know, where I'm going to get the freshest leads. I mean, I watch my wife when she's house hunting for her parents or us. I mean, she's enthused. She's looking all over. That's how most people are now. They're not willing to just listen to a buyer's agent. And because these websites have commoditized buyer's agents, the agents that are survive, they have to be the top of the funnel. They're paying a fortune for these leads. They've got to be paying, most of the time, they have to be paying their buyers teams. They're having those people call 4 or 5 hours a day and then drive you around. They're paying them like 30% of the real estate commissions. The whole game's changed because technology is commoditizing real estate agents. You might as well take advantage of it too and further commoditize them and just say, hey, look, I don't need a buyer's agent because I'm not that unusual situation where I have an unlimited overhead. You know, there's no price constraints. There's no comparisons above me that are superior. And I've really fixed up my home. It's beautiful. And I want to go 5-10% higher than where that last sale was because that sale is no longer relevant. So, and you can even do that without buyers with great marketing. But at some point, maybe bringing the buyer's agents into it would be worth it if you're trying to just expand your buyer pool. But right now, if you're capped because there's overhead competition, if you're capped because it's a balanced market or even a buyer's market, if it's a really big buyer's market, maybe you do want to pay buyer's agents. But right now, Zillow, social media, big data, showing your home to people that are very interested and looking, you know, that's really the way to go. So this was the first module. I've got 5 or 6 more at winnerscheck.com/topnet. TopNet's not put together right now. If you want to talk about a strategy session and how I could save you the buyer's commission and a substantial portion of the seller's commission, and I'll even give you the option. If you want to put it up on the MLS, I'll put it up on the MLS for very little. I'll take the heat from the buyer's agents. I can talk to you about that. As a lawyer, I have to give you your options, and then you're going to make decisions. Winnerscheck.com, John McConnin. I hope you enjoyed this. I rambled a little bit. The other modules are going to go faster, but I thought this was a good intro since this is going to be the first module people see when they sign up for the course or the membership.